So welcome to this new edition of the Beaver Show. Today we're gonna be talking about the two channels of the Beaver Show now. Bye bye to Eve Anywhere, some hard FC going goons, the T2 Lancer Dreadnoughts that are coming, some stuff that's gonna be happening in the Fan Fest that you don't want to miss, and this like today's patch, and something special with Castardamo this week. Here we go.
EVE Online. Lost 23,000 years in the future, our group of space Canadians are sorry in advance. Morning breaks and the beavers poke their noses out of the dam to see where it has drifted overnight. Which makes every day a new adventure because they never know what they're going to stumble upon. To help them better understand this dark and gloomy world located outside of the dam, Daddy and Mommy Beaver, also called Ben and Dam, explain life to young beavers outside of their dam. So we welcome you, young beaver, to the Beaver Show!
Hi Beaver, I'm Dan, this is Ben, we are co-CEO of Sorry in Advance, an alliance in Wormhole. Hi Ben.
Hi
Tim.
Dan. Hi Tim.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're
Yourself?
doing great. Thank you.
So yeah, we got like another channel now. Wow, weird.
Yeah, I think YouTube don't like when we have like more than one language on the chat and on a channel, sorry, and it make us difficult to glow into
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
So
Right.
some of you might have seen that this channel changed a little bit. Some video just vanish. Some other just went somewhere else. But what's important here is that like we really want this channel to be exclusively in English. So please, if you see one of our videos that are like on the channel that are not in English, if you find some strange video in French, got maybe German, Japanese, or something like that, please contact us or write in the comment so that we can actually do something.
Yeah, honestly, like thanks for your help in any way if you can, and yeah, we clean up everything that we could, but it was not an easy task.
Yeah.
So, what's happening in New Eden this week, Ben?
Well, actually, let's have a look, because some of you might be a little lost, you want to learn French or you're a French speaker.
Oh.
We got
Maybe.
that's the new channel here. Like you can actually, if you just go on the homepage of the channel, you'll see like the link there for Désolé à l'avance. That is the French section of the channel, but still, that's the channel that we are on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this week, let's get into the news. Indeed, you're perfectly right.
So.
Nope, sorry. I think I just cut it. Oops.
You cut the cutscene.
I cut the cutscene. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Here you go. Yeah. So, Eve Anywhere is going nowhere. So bye bye for Eve Anywhere. That some of you might actually know that it was like a way to play Eve on your browser. Was not quite popular actually. So since it was not popular, and also you got like Google's and other streaming services that are now investing big money to get games directly on the browsers. it was like a company decisions, to actually maybe just get them with like other teams of other companies instead of doing their own.
Yeah,
So
it's like more lucrative to have a collaboration than doing it themselves. So.
yeah, so au revoir to Eve anywhere, everywhere, anywhere. This thing, it's gone.
Wow, that's gonna be a show.
Yeah. What else do we got this week? We got, oh yeah, like a Horde still got some.
Yeah, they're losing FC right now
Yeah,
and they're going to Goons. I know they lose someone like a
last week
few
or the week
weeks
before.
before.
Yep.
And like that's kind of a change because like when the DFC are usually friend together, so if you lose one, you may lose more because they're gonna follow each other. And I does a lot with goons, and I have to say that FC are basically god there. If they say something to you, you have to listen definitely. So maybe like I don't know, or like deal with their FC, but I know Goons is a good place to be a FC. So
Yeah, well, yeah, like all the senior FC are gods indeed, but you got like the lower tier FC that are, let's
they
say,
have, let's
baby
say,
FCs.
BBFC is I'll have like influence to like not like a old one, but
Yeah.
still.
So yeah, so that thing is happening, and we got like this super collage of
The collage of the week, I think.
yeah.
Someone like doing it every weeks.
So yeah, like you don't have context, so yeah, get what you can from
You
it.
can say anything. You
Yeah.
can make anything, any scenario you think of something, and you find the sentence after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the reason you are here is to hear about those dreadnoughts.
Yeah, they are quite good, to be honest.
And
Those
they're
two.
coming soon, because in 2 days it's gonna be June. Meaning that maybe next Tuesday, so maybe next show, is gonna be the new EVE Online expansion. Viridian. Viridian.
Maybe.
Green. EVE Green is coming.
Viridian.
So here, like, that's the video from CCP where they actually show the Dreadnought. So look at that. Malos Tech 2. It does have a look, eh? Then you got like the Amar Dreadnought Tech 2. And blah 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 blah.
Great translation.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that. Well, I should get a score from that. You got the like a Calgary Phoenix Take 2 here, and the Nigel Fort Take 2 from the Minmatar Republic. And what's more interesting is when we actually see the weapon system in use.
Yeah, that's gonna be quite something.
Look at that! Pew 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 pew! So this thing, it's gonna be really interesting for many reasons. First of all, the source of the weapon, like around it, there's gonna be an AoE effect from the source that's gonna drain capacitor of anyone nearby. We don't have the spec at the moment, but that means that it cannot be close to other capitals or other ships without draining their capacitor, which can be also used offensively. If you want to, let's say, I don't know, like draw like all the offensive logic out of their cap and see what's happening, that can be something interesting too. So I guess that you can, that's you will see some of that kind of use. So that's
And I heard that. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, something yesterday. Okay. So I heard that those can be used in low-sec too.
Yes. So those are going to be the first AOE capital weapons to be able to be used in low sec, which also means that well, it's going to be quite something, because the other way also, well, there's damage, but less damage than regular dreadnought or a navy dreadnought, but it's going to be AOE. So the AOE is like a cylinder with like between 1 and 2 kilometers in diameter. So everything in that is gonna get damage. Like CCP said that the amount of damage should represent about a third of like a Titan Doomsday, which is quite interesting. Like the Lance Doomsday, that is.
Not bad. Not bad.
So quite interesting. But the debuff that you get when you get it is pretty, let's say, pretty new. You're unable to tether. Well, if you're already tethered, it doesn't break it. So that way, like, you're good. But you cannot jump. Like using like your like if you're in the capital, you cannot jump out. You were 1 minute stuck. You cannot jump a Stargate. And
because you don't have any capacitor.
well, you're at the other hand, so you might be like 100 kilometers away. So you like the capacitor is not dealt with at this distance. It's like just from the source around the ship.
Yeah.
But like yeah, with those debuff, that's gonna be quite something. And what I haven't seen in like other shows talking about is, will the debuff for tethered be usable for people that just undock? Because if you like
You have a
notice,
little time.
yeah, there's a time there
like,
before
yeah,
you get
you
the actual
undock
tethered,
and
like the
you
10-second
have little-
and vulnerability. So can you hit like a whole fleet with that and just have fun?
and not get them tethered at all. And oh, okay.
Yeah, but not only that, just imagine gate camp, where you got, I don't know, like let's say like someone like in a jump freighter or something like that you succeed to get at the gate. He cannot jump the gate. He cannot use a Sino Alt. He cannot like do anything. He cannot warp drive. Like the other debuff is like the warp drive that is turned off for a minute. So that's huge. Like just like
So if you jump like with a freighter or something like that in Abaddon,
you're dead.
after the update is like, you have no chance.
Well,
Forget
you'll
it.
get a few hours before like the first Dreadnought T2 is gonna be produced, I guess. Maybe a few days, because it's at least like I think 2 days to produce like a Dreadnought. If
Do you
you're
know,
like
like,
in Sotio and
do
everything.
you have any idea about the price?
We
or
do not.
anything?
At the moment, we do not, and that's gonna be really important, because it's gonna really say like which group is gonna be able to afford them and in which quantity. Because even if you're a big group, the amount of moon material that you need, well, there's not enough on Jita. So you'll need to have like a lot of those in reserve. Like so, null like the big null block will like the 3 big ones is gonna be able to do those T2 capitals, but the like smaller players gonna be quite harder, like really, because
We're gonna see. That's
if
gonna be interesting.
if you've never
So-
built like a jump freighter, that is the only T2 like a capital that exists right now, it's complicated.
Yeah, I think FI.RE like gonna be like quite happy about that, like snuffed out, or like I don't know any other, but yeah, I think like Pirate's gonna be
Yeah,
happy about
like Arton and stuff. So yeah, I think that's gonna be quite like an extra tool, really, that can be used and hand like a level of complexity to the capital fights, because the damage is like really high on capital ship, but next to nothing on sub capitals, even like battleships. Although you got like those super crazy target painter that can be quite funny to use, so I guess that like a few of those on like a nightmare fleet or something might be funny. Although they're so fast, they won't get like into. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Like it's gonna be like really something new happening maybe next week. So actually, let's just make that roll. See all those great animations that are coming with those dreadnoughts. And we got like the names. So the Hubris for the Galanti. We got the Valraven. I was better in French.
it. Yeah, indeed.
Valraven. Pew 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 pew.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, the Amar is the
The
Bane. Look
I
at
like
that. It's glorious. Yeah. So, like, this one's gonna be like a missile boat from the Amar, which is a bit weird for some, because well, actually, let's pose that here, because the Amar are not known to use a lot of missile, but you got like a few ship that do. So the idea behind it is that it's the Canid that actually build the ship, which makes sense, like, because they are like the big missile cruiser, and they are so quite friends with the Caldari that are the big missile users. So yeah. Also, we got the Caldari that is like the name is the Karura, and like the weapon system here is a bit weird for Caldari, but still it's the hybrid weapon. So instead of missiles, so you see, it's a bit tricky there. Yeah, let's continue. And also, like, just imagine like those in wormholes. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So like the graphic teams really awesome job again. And we like last week we showed like the upcoming like explosion effect and the like the clouds that you're gonna be able to dive in.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful
It's
there.
gonna be like really beautiful and not at all buggy. Here you go. So Eve Green is coming next week.
Yeah, Ben, Eve Green.
Yep.
So the next one is the presentation for the FanFest, like the player who's gonna make a presentation there.
Yeah.
I've been chosen. So the first one, Oz. Like, I mean, the guys is German. It makes me laugh last year. It was like, it's not gonna be like entertaining. It's not
It's gonna be
there, but
funny. It's like,
any funny. You're not gonna have any joke, but I can promise to you that it's gonna end at the right time. And it was right on time.
yeah.
So if you want to learn about trading, this is the guys.
Yeah,
And
like really,
yeah,
like he got his YouTube channel, his Twitch channel. He often like stream on CCP's channel. He's that good. So yeah, check him out. Links are gonna be in the description after the show. We got a question in the chat. Is there any upcoming Montreal meets? Yes, there is, but next week, next year. You know?
next year, yeah,
Yeah, next
probably.
year.
Like right now, I lost the chat. No, I closed it.
Yes, indeed. So after that, we got Activor Frost that's going to be talking about the 20 years of Eve, sharing some of things that happened since the launch of the game. So I think there's going to be a lot of nostalgia in the room with that presentation.
Yeah.
This one here, I really like it. The guy is a biologist, doing studies on the predator prey dynamics, and he's using Eve Online to actually make some of his studies. That's going to be just really awesome for a nerd like me. I'm gonna be listening to that.
So we have max singularity. Tim, you were talking about Charles White. I think it's the same, right?
Yep, that's the one.
So the space pope. So you know everything about the space. To be honest, is so interesting. It makes like science
And science
into the
fiction.
game. Yeah, exactly into the game. It's always a really interesting talk when he's there.
I guess I could actually ask him if he could as the space pope bless our Beaver show.
Oh, but you know we are already forgiven in advance
Yeah,
uh,
indeed.
by
That's
him.
yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, I think that's gonna be yeah. I'll look into it, see if he's down to it. Then we got Exuki, so one of our fellow wormholer. He's also the one behind Eve Northeast. Yeah, in the campings on thingy, he's gonna be presenting about Excel logistic pipelines and number crushing. So great guy here, and he's entertaining. So yeah, that's another one that I'll be looking at. Well, actually, I think I'm just gonna just listen to them all. um,
So Tim like suggests that we can invite
yeah,
Charles
yeah, yeah.
for
That's
this
the
series.
idea. We'll get Charles in the
That's
dam.
possible.
Well, we'll invite him, see if he got any interest, and if we
Yeah.
can actually maybe arrange the dam so that it can be pretty enough to his holiness to come in, and then we'll speak about Bob and see what he has to say about Bob. Because praise Bob.
Yeah, praise God. So we're gonna have Smug. He looked like to be a trader too. He made like 50,000.
50,000 plus market order and trillions of ISK. So
Yeah, so I think like that's gonna be interesting there too. And it's gonna be like complementary with us. So yeah,
yeah, I think it's gonna
I think
be
that's
quite
good.
interesting. Then we got Alia Colin. That is actually is gonna be talking about everything that has to do with hauling. So, if you're doing hauler or if you're a space trucker or you want to be a space trucker, I think that's gonna be a great opportunity to listen to.
We're gonna have like Atal Nkura, which is a pilot in Odin's Call. They are really a good theme if you are in Nursec, if you are in Wormhole and see them, you just like kind of panic
Yeah,
because they know what they do. And yeah, good job, guys. And that's gonna be really interesting, of course.
yeah, cause Bob, no, sorry, not Bob, Odin's Call are one of the few group in Eve that I do consider knowing what they do, knowing how to play Eve. I don't even consider me or my group to know how to play Eve. We do stuff, having fun. It's there's big explosion. Sometimes it's us, sometimes it's the other one, and we say praise Bob, and we're beavers, we're sorry, but playing the game actually, those know how to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty impressive.
So next one is gonna be Kiakti,
Yeah.
Sin Alarma, and Chal Adiron. Um, I know Kiakti made it last
Yep.
year. And it's basically him who initiated us to NPSI, and that's awesome. So once again, that's gonna be something.
Yeah, indeed, this is gonna be a great presentation all around. We got Tim in the chat that said concerning Bob that he's thinking about Bob as the band of brother that were in the old years of Eve. But no, we're speaking about the DT, Bob, and like his two brothers, because I've learned last week or the week before that Bob has brothers. So there's a pantheon, two brothers, Steve and another one. But still, there's a pantheon. That's super. So, which lead us now to today's patch. It's gonna be quite fast actually, because today's patch there's only two things in it.
Yeah, that's really fast.
So the end of the capsular day event, so the 28th, that's over, and the player loot drop rate when you do explode. Well, it's now at its original loot FI.RE discount of 50%, down from 75. So some of you might be happy, some other of you won't be. So sorry, hey. So yeah, that's actually like a big change for a lot of people. A lot of people that are doing hauling actually. Look at this number quite closely, because the value of what they haul is like depends a lot on like the loot FI.RE, so which is usually 50%, but now at 75%, the high sec ganking become more valuable, or like it has like more chance of happening with like those prices, because most ganker will unless it's personal, but most ganker will actually calculate the loss of their ship by Concord, and like the chance of value dropping from the ship. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you just made it a bit confusing because you were like it's 25% now. We are not at 35 for now.
No,
We are only at
50.
50. So yeah,
Back
just
to the
don't
original
want to make
number.
it confusing.
So now, time for our sponsor this week.
Oh yeah.
So let's see what Castor d'Amour has to say. And let's actually see if I've succeeded this week. I did some tweaks, so go ahead, Castor.
Hi there, my friend! So, today I'm gonna teach you how to be a perfect little beaver. Yes. First, you should always say hi in local, because that's how every conversation begins by. You little genius. Yes. After, you should always be polite and sorry. Sorry that you lost your ship. Sorry that you don't understand that it is a PvP game. Sorry that your mom rocked you too close to the wall and that your head was banging on it all the time. Also, you need to eat wood on a daily basis, because beaver eats an average of 200 trees per year. Are you a perfect little beaver? Tell me in the comment. Bye bye, little beaver. See you next week. Au revoir.
Okay.
Okay. So, just to be clear, we do dissociate for most of the of those saying what Castor d'Amour just said. We do dissociate ourselves for most of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end off the show. Tim, as we'll be saying for all of our other beavers, thank you a lot. See you next week, and thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be sure that you don't miss like any episode. There's the bell icon there, the like, that it's all really great for the algorithm, because we're now 100% English channel now. So please write in the description below how you did like this show. It's really important for us. See you next week.
See you next week, beavers.
Au revoir.